Well, for me, it all comes from being a writer. It all comes from knowing what your message is and knowing what's in the brain of your audience, and then working out the best way to get your message into their brain. Because sometimes it's the written word on paper or on screen, sometimes it's the spoken word in a presentation, and sometimes it's through an activity that the audience undertakes. And so for me, it's all connected because it's all just ways of communicating, and it all comes from being a copywriter. But what I've realized is unusual is that I have throughout my life had a tendency to gamify everything, and it almost doesn't matter what it is, I will turn it into a game. And for example, if it's present giving for a teenager and all they want from their fun auntie is some money, I don't just give them money, I make them earn it through playing a game. And often these games are inspired by TV shows or by children's board games or by, well, just inventions out of my own brain, because that's the way it works. And so they have to do forfeits, or they have to do a quiz, or there's various different things I make them do before they win their money. And so a lot of the activities I do as part of a talk or a training session are a way of gamifying the content to make it all about what the audience does and then what the audience learns and remembers, more than about anything that I might say. And these days, training on Zoom, I train, for example, recruiters how to write better job ads. I train journalists how to add copywriting as a skill set. I train business owners how to get their message across clearly. And if I'm doing a whole day of training on Zoom, or even half a day, the last thing I would do to anyone is force them to sit still at a screen while I just talk and share my screen. So I use all the tools that Zoom offers and turn them into games, so that at least once every 15 minutes, they have to do something. And that means that it keeps their attention the whole time. But really critically, just as with an in-the-room activity, it has to be relevant, and there has to be a point, and there has to be seen to be clear for the participants.